Hi, this is Arlie from Life Blender, and this is going to be a story time about when I kind of had dreams that predicted the future as a teenager, and it was really creepy because they were really disturbing dreams. And before I start, if you want to like this and then subscribe, that way you will find out whenever I post anything else. And as you can tell, I post a variety of weird stuff. Back to the story time. I grew up in a really religious and strict household that didn't believe in dreams, foretelling, like that. Very rare did they actually accept that as a thing, and it would be from God. As I was a teenager in the 90s, I know, old. It seemed like 1 year that of my life that it was air crash after air crash. Planes just falling out of the effing sky constantly. Ironically, this was during the time where I was catfished, so if you haven't seen that video, I will try to remember to link it up, or you can see it in my story time. And I've always been scared to fly, but I've never had really a reason to fly. So, I mean, this would not be like me being freaking out because I'm going to fly soon. I had no intentions of flying soon. But I would go to sleep, and I would dream that I was a person flying an airplane, and it would crash. And I would have this dream, I don't know how many times I had this dream, but each dream, it would crash differently. It'd crash into the ocean, it'd crash into a freaking hill, it'd crash into the ground. And I remember each time there'd be people looking around for bodies, survivors, or whatever, and I'm just walking around fine. It was really bizarre, but I would literally be in the aircraft. I would hear whatever would happen. I mean, like I said, each time is different, but let's say I would hear a pilot say whatever the hell they say before you die. I would feel the impact of it crashing, and I would black out, and then I would come to and be outside of the airplane, and I'd just be looking around. Who the hell has that, right? And then each time I had this dream, like I said, multiple dreams, multiple different ways of crashing. It was 1,000 ways to crash your plane, pretty much in my head. Every time I would wake up and I would find out a plane crashed. Now, I wasn't in a room to where I could be hearing the TV reporting, for my parents listening to the news or anything. There's no reason I would know that a plane crashed unless I was just subliminally having plane crashing in my head due to there being so many plane crashes. I don't know. That might be it. But it was so weird because every single time I would wake up to find out a plane crashed. Now, I never really looked to see if they coordinated when I crashed into the ocean, if it was a plane crash in the ocean or anything, because I seriously was just so freaked out by it, and I couldn't exactly admit that I had them, so I didn't talk about it at all. I started thinking that maybe it was a warning about relationships I was in, get away from this person, he's gonna kill you, because I actually had a dream where the person killed me. That's a whole nother freaking story time. It wasn't until a couple years ago that I started wondering. I would black out, I was a passenger, I'd wake up walking around, and nobody else would be alive. Am I actually dead? Did I die in the plane crashes and I'm walking around as a ghost and I just don't know I'm dead? Because I wasn't really talking to the people searching, I wasn't really interacting with anybody. I was just kind of looking around oh my god, what happened? Not really thinking why am I fine, but I mean, now I'm thinking that, right? But I started wondering, am I picking up what these people were feeling right before the crash, with the sounds, the feeling of impact. I mean, I would smell smoke sometimes. I mean, it just really freaked me the hell out. I mean, I was 15, 16. The crashes were happening so often, and I was having the dreams so often, and they would come the night before they would crash, and it was just I felt like I was evil, causing these crashes in a way, in my messed up head. But at the same time, I was just well, maybe I'm experiencing somebody's plane crash somehow through them, or what? I don't know. But it still creeps me out to this day, because did I actually die in the plane crash? And was I a ghost, walking around? Or, is this to show me that I never will die in a plane crash, so that I will not be scared to fly? I mean, there's so many different ways you can kind of look at this, and I don't like most of them. Dreams for me are not a good thing. Well, they are, because I like horror movies, but If you like this, like I said, like it, and subscribe, and see what else we got for you. Bye.